And inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Namo Gurudev Namo. Ankare Name, Chukakare Name, Agare Name, Sirikare Name, Agare Name, Chukakare Name, Agare Name, Sirikare Name, Agare Name, Chukakare Name, Long deep breath. And now, please watch our chat. Look in your chat. Okay, so Japa Saraswati, will you please read to this?
Sure. Tune in.
Slowly. Go ahead.
Message. Because each of you have different questions from Baba Siri Chand, so today you will ask your own question from your everyday self to Baba Siri Chand. Please write down your own question on the chat. Meditation. 1 minute heart pumping, 5 minutes heart breath to listen to Baba Siri Chand's answer. Listen and tune in from each of you. First, you will talk to your own everyday self's question from the chat, then talk and listen from Baba Siri Chand's answer. Do we understand this? So I think we're going to first come up with a question, put it in the chat, and then read our question, and then do 5 minutes of heart pumping and 1 minute of heart pumping and 5 minutes of heart breath. Is that right?
I don't know. Wait a minute. I didn't get it all. Okay. So, okay. So first, for a message, it says, so today you will ask your own question from your everyday self. Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So please write down your own question on the chat. Will you do that now? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Is everybody writing yourself about your question?
I'm ready, but I want somebody else to go before me, or else my one gets absorbed into the one above it because I was the last person who wrote.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. There's Aagia Pal. Next is Japa Saraswati. So we need also Gian Das Prem. And Sahaj, can you talk that? Oh, good. Okay. Oh, good. Excellent. Very good. Okay, now we are beginning with meditation, and we'll have 1 minute heart pumping and then 5 minutes heart breath to listen Baba Siri Chand's answer, your own, no, from Baba Siri Chand's answer from your own question. Okay, so now 1 minute heart pumping and then 5 minute breath for answer. So begin heart pumping now. And now heart breath for Baba Siri Chand's answer for 5 minutes. And inhale. And exhale. And stay with the heart breath. Okay. And now we're going to keep the regular schedule, or how we've done that. Okay. Aagia Pal. First.
Yeah. Satnam, everybody. So this was very interesting. I my question was, how and where can I best serve, and how can I learn to listen better to soul? And what I heard from Baba was that my question to EDS is, it's like he said, brought to mind the book Mutant Message Down Under, and about this woman who was doing a walkabout with the Aborigines, and um, and that he reminded me that when the Aborigines go out in the morning, they have no idea where they're going to find food, um, but they trust that they will. So they go out, absolute trust, faith that they will be provided for. So then he let me just sit with that. And I kind of was looking at them in going through the outback. And then um, he said that to me, stop barking orders. Uh, Stop barking orders at soul. Your question sounds like it's demanding, and he said better to just set your intention. So the idea of may may I be of the highest and best service, and this is my intention, and just let it be, instead of uh, impatiently demanding that I see now what and how and where I shall serve. So it's like the Aborigines, where they just have faith and trust, and they go out, and um, so uh, so he kind of, I felt myself kind of grounding and coming back to a calm state, and I said, well, I don't know if well, yes, and listening. He said, oh yes, listening means being quiet. It means, not having these questions. As Gian Das Prem says, being in this constant Wahiguru and feeling that constant Wahiguru, and trusting that I will be guided um, in the direction of fulfilling my intention. Given that my intention, and Baba, underscored that the intention is a good one, is really an excellent one, and a wonderful one. And he kind of went on like that, and but it is an intention, and that I sit and I need to wait, I need to listen, and I need to lose the impatience and lose the the demanding, like I need to know. kind of thing. I want to plan kind of thing. Lose that. And that's where he left me. And so in that state of listening is totally the key to being in that constant Waheguru state of listening. Yep. So this was great because it really helped me. I'm grateful to Baba for that.
Yes.
That's
What-
me.
Say it again.
And that's me for today.
That's great. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for listening.
Okay. And we just saw Salt City car. Salt City, are you there? What about unmuting? Salt City? Salt City, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Now, have you seen all about the, what do you say? The chat? Have you?
Yes.
seen it? Okay.
I have a question
Okay.
that
And
I've been contemplating.
what?
And I have a question that I've been praying about and meditating on and question.
Okay. Be sure that you write them right
Yeah.
there after other people have put their everyday self down there. Do you understand that?
Sure. Yeah.
And then when you have that, then continue to listen from Baba Siri Chand to get the answer. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, next here is, okay, so Salt City, don't
Yes.
face right now. Do you understand?
So what right now?
Uh,
I
uh,
don't understand what you said.
close your video now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay,
Thought it was closed, but I'll check it again.
okay.
Gotcha.
Oh, good. Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Gian Das Prem. Okay, so start by talking for your question.
Okay, yeah. So for my everyday self, I was asking how I or how we can be shared more amazing beauty through our work together, becoming a reality. In other words, I believe that our prayer and our prayer today, included with that, is so deep at times that it brings out a profound experience in other parts of our lives, right? Um, and I think that with prayer, it allows us to come a little bit closer together. And the answer that I'm being given is for that openness to be part of the reality of the sharing of the ideas and the sharing of the caring between our ideas sometimes, how we can carry that forward too from our prayers. and the changes that we're going through personally with ourselves and with our daily communications. And what I'm being told is to have a more calm approach, however that is. And what I was right, there's a certain eloquence to it, I guess, when we come a little bit more in that staying in prayer together for a little bit longer, and that quieter can be stronger, but we're having that willingness to come back to our breath, right? um, and that can have a cleansing effect at times for us in our healing experience. And the mucus, I wrote down mucus. I wrote down being part of, enlightened being is going through the channels. And yeah, we have mucus, right? Because there was mention of smoke before that Siri Gian had mentioned, is sometimes we're going through these phases, or we're actually going through a little bit of, it may seem foggy or even smokier sometimes, and that has something to do with the mucus too. So staying in focus with the breath, and sometimes we're challenged right in the breath with our emotions when we can go with the music sometimes, and we have that shaking that goes on within our body. Almost sort of like a breath of fire that we can overcome and come back to our breath, right? That emotional part of the body. Um, and noticing the loss sometimes can be incredible, that it can happen so instantly, okay? That we're noticing our practice and coming back to that deep breath and coming into a comfortable position, and overcoming that difficulty with eventual ease. Yeah, and coming back to the practice, yeah, just the stillness there, though. I'm noticing this week, and after our powerful prayers last week, yeah, and the spirits and the angels that are here for us through our memories, through our emotional being, that gives us this extra strength sometimes, that we have. And when we get that extra strength sometimes, that's when we need to have ease, because it could,
Oh,
the
with
extra the
okay.
extra strength at times, we need to come into ease. The message that I'm being told now is handling power, whether it's in an expansive way of healing ourselves, or whether it's an emotional way of coming through healing, or dealing with our other emotions that we have, which we know we have a lot of them, right? We have fear, anger. So we've gone over these here in this group through the time that we've been speaking together and praying together. And we're obviously, I think, working for peace in a sense, right? We're these peaceful, prayerful, hopeful warriors. We're in this fear, you know, is a racing, it's a fierce hope, right? It's a brave, courageous way of looking through the despair that we've been through to come up with a cure for that. And yeah, once again, as myself as a man, I'm noticing that there have been ways of going through history and our way of fighting that is in need of change. And I think sometimes, if we can notice that within ourselves, that we can come back to that ease through healing. Yeah. And for me, the personal thing about it, and my mom, right? So yeah, giving that power back over to the motherly ways, right? Of not fighting anymore. And I'm coming back to a familiar theme for me. And that's why I think there's certain ways that we have, that we carry within ourselves for the solution, that will change the vibration eventually of all the people, right? Because there are billions of people, and there are so many ways that we've learned through the pain, and it seems to be a recurring theme that sometimes we need to yeah, we don't need to be together longer, we need to be together stronger. So yeah, and that Waheguru of coming back into that way is I think a reminder for me of the repetition and coming back to that noticeable way of the change. Waheguru, thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Do you both, they seem to be a little bit similar between Gian Das Prem and Aagia Pal, don't you think? Okay, thank you. Okay, next for Sahaj, can you continue?
I will do my best.
Okay.
My question is, how do I get through this crippling illness and the despair that I'm feeling, and the grief that I'm feeling? And it's really hard for me to focus right now because I am so unwell, but what I saw was just, and heard was it starts with the first breath.
Mm.
And so I sat up and took a deep breath, and then I had closed my eyes and I just saw just movement, and the words slow motion. And there's just a part of me that just kind of reaches at that thought, because there's so many things that are on me to do that I'm just not physically able to do. I'm feeling an incredible amount of pressure. So I'm like, I'm trying to hear, okay, it starts with the breath. And yes, this has to be, move deliberately and slowly. And that's kind of, I'm really not getting much else right now, unfortunately.
Okay. So
Not,
could I ask you that you're still having the problems from your son's, how do you say,
yeah,
from,
I'm down. I got really sick before I came down to Oregon, and I thought I had the flu, and it turns out I had COVID. And
again?
yes, which is
Oh,
really bad news.
yeah, and before you have had a few years ago with,
I got long COVID, and I had made significant progress, but this reinfection, I don't know. I was meeting some friends that were on a cruise ship, and I think maybe that's where I got it, because I'd gone. Anyways, I got very, very ill, and when I was thinking of I was getting better, I at least should get out of Juneau and come to Oregon and see what I could do. And then I just have not. I just, the the journey took it out of me, and I'm just not able to function. And it just, yeah. And nobody's here right now with me, so that makes it even harder.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you talked with the doctor about having,
Yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of my doctor. But that's a whole nother story. My doctor's leaving the practice, prudently leaving the country.
Hmm.
It's just kind of like literally every thread of my life is being, there's a challenge right now.
I betcha. Okay. So, how about this? For Sahaj, as well, all of us, please go for, what do you call it? Oh, heart breath for 2 minutes together so that she
Thank
can
you.
get her getting her start, getting again. Okay, everybody, and begin. Remember, the breath is coming out of the heart center. And this is how Jesus does this. You are doing it now. And inhale, continue your breath. Sahesh,
Yes.
you feeling any better?
Um, I just, I was seeing this. I don't know if anybody's seen Picasso's painting called Guernica. It's it's a war scene, and in the middle is this mother, and she's holding a baby that has obviously died, and she's looking heavenward, and you can, it's that cry of anguish. And I, many years ago, I think before I even had kids, I was in a play that was the image for the play. And somebody created that, and the end of the play was my character as that woman, that mother. And I remember, I was supposed to let out that cry of anguish, and in rehearsals I never did it.
Mm-hmm.
And the director was wise enough to know that when it came to the time that I would express it. And for some reason, I've been seeing that image and thinking, what strange little connections there are.
Mhm.
How would I have ever dreamed that I understood that really? And I'm thinking of also the Pietà.
And the what?
The Pietà, which is really what that image is,
Yeah.
Michelangelo's.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's what that Guernica image, I think, is patterned on. And how I think part of me always understood that.
Right.
And I feel like if I could just the grief by itself is enough to grapple with. And I don't know how to do that with all these other, with everything else pressing in on me. And I also think that is kind of the state of the world right now. I've been feeling this time that we're in for my entire life coming. But for a lot of people, it's a shock.
Mm-hmm.
And people have been, to put it bluntly, fat, dumb, and happy, and not wanting to see, not wanting to see.
You got it.
And now it's here. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so all encompassing. And I guess I'm not going to make a conclusion out of that. I'm just recognizing that this is what it feels like to everything everywhere all at once, It's like cacophony, like surrounding us. And so there's so much happening
Mm-hmm.
all the time coming at us that it's hard to get enough peace, to get purchase, to do anything more than take the next breath.
Right.
And so I guess that's it. I mean, I remember a moment. It's funny, I'm remembering it now. I used to be able to see things pretty far ahead,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not even very conscious. So things, events, whatever, would progress along a trajectory that I had seen at least bits and pieces of. And I remember there was a time, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, maybe longer ago than that. I'm not good with time, but maybe 20 years ago, where all of a sudden I couldn't see. Like it didn't feel seeable. And I'm not really sure why I'm recalling that right now. And maybe it's just this whole cacophonous reality right now. Maybe because it was so the probabilities were so volatile that it made it hard to see clearly. I don't know. But for some reason, that um, recollection of the moment that I had that realization just came floating back to me. I'm again not really sure how to tie that into anything, but it's a huge shift. There's this huge shift, and we're all invited to make it however we can. And just there's way more asked of me than I ever expected.
God bless you, dear. So are you saying that you're actually seeing the starting of the movement for the craziness, which you
Oh,
were,
oh, we're in it. We're deep in it.
and you're feeling that. I mean, you can feel it,
Yeah,
but other ones called denial are not there yet. Is that right?
God help them. Yes,
Okay.
I guess so. I guess what I'm saying, at least for people, I don't, God, maybe there are people, I guess there are really people who are still just sitting around going, it's not, it's not touching my life.
Exactly. That's right. Over
I,
and over again. Hmm.
I'm so grateful to my parents. They were so clear-eyed and they were so good about just looking at the landscape and teaching me to be discerning and to watch for signs of things, and saying this is how these are how these things come about.
Okay.
And my God, that was more than half a century ago, and they were absolutely right. But I think the last thing I'll say is, in seeing all these images coming through, there was one thing that I heard when I was seeing these images, and it was like thinking of my own mother and everything that she suffered. And
Hmm.
she was still such a person of to uplift people and to find joy in small things. And I can't really say the language, but it's like that's what I need to lean into, is that mother aspect, the the, the strength that's there
Um,
as
okay.
as my way through.
Okay. So now from Baba Siri Chand. Oh, by the way, you know already that all of us are light workers, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And this is the, what do you call it? The lighthouse. Okay.
yeah.
So, so now, as Baba Siri Chand, you have already taught many things for that, for having um, what was it? Just what did you say before? Uh,
My
start
my
breath.
question my question
Yeah, say
was
it
how do I get through this crippling illness and the feeling of despair?
right.
And so that's leaning into that mother energy is kind of the over. That's the best way I can say it, I guess.
Okay. And does that help you, or do you become more strength?
Yes.
There you go. Are you feeling that now?
Yes.
Good.
Thank
And
you.
what?
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay with breath, heart breath, please.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It says it seems so simple, but actually, I was watching from basically from a book from Knowing Jesus, who did healing, and they said that she was using energy, bright white energy, and that's how you come from heart breath. Keep up with that. Do you understand?
Yes.
Heart breath is simply from your energy, from your heart center. That's it.
Okay.
And that's how you need yourself and enjoy and continue that with other people as well.
Okay.
Okay, keep up the breath.
Okay.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Yes, and thank you for letting us know. And I'm sorry it's for you, but this is what's happening for the whole, well, I was saying for the whole galaxy is doing this. So keep it up.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So stay with Baba Siri Chand and Jesus.
Okay.
Excuse me, may I share a poem for Sahaj that Soul just...
Yeah. Who is this? Who's
Oh,
talking?
Aagia Pal.
Okay, go ahead.
May I? Okay. Soul just brought to me this poem, Sahaj, and it's from Sonnets to Orpheus, too, by somebody, Rilke. And it says, "Let this darkness be a bell tower." So it's very short. It says, "Quiet friend who has come so far, feel how your breathing makes more space around you. Let this darkness be a bell tower, and you the bell. As you ring, what batters you becomes your strength. Move back and forth into the change. What it is like, such intensity. What is it like, such intensity of pain? If the drink is bitter, turn yourself to wine. In this uncontainable night, be the mystery at the crossroads of your senses, the meaning discovered there. And if the world has ceased to hear you, say to the silent earth, I flow. To the rushing water, speak, I am."
Wow.
Oh my God, gee, that's perfect. Thank you.
Beautiful.
You're welcome. I got chills when I just read this.
That's
For you,
perfect.
dear.
Thank you.
Japa Saraswati, can you put that poem on the chat?
Maybe Aagia Pal, I don't know if you can copy and paste it somewhere.
I shall
Or-
try.
All right. If you can't, then tell me what the if you
I've already found it, G, and I will put it in the chat.
Oh,
Oh,
you're the
thank
best.
you.
Oh, wonderful.
Click on it.
That's great. Thank you so much. Because maybe put that page in your picture frame so that it knows what's happening. Understand that. Okay?
Yes.
And put it with your altar and see it all the time. Oh, and see, like Michelangelo, Pieta.
Yes, Pieta.
Okay? That would be great for each one of us. Okay. Salt City, are you ready?
Yes, Satnam. And I had a very strong thank you so much for sharing your story and just a profound vision of the Pieta as a model for enduring and facing and embracing the kind of brutal loss. So, I don't know, have I talked to you guys since I was in the hospital?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So I've had a lot of forgetfulness since I've had this surgery and had this device put in. So thank you for reminding me. I just have been really forgetful. But anyway, I read this, listen, tune in, the questions. How do I best respond to violence? Oh, that was my question. So right now there's demonstrations and altercations in every one of our 50 states and open rioting happening in very serious civil unrest. So my question is, how do I best respond to violence? Because what I was getting is that we are descending into a lot of chaos and violence and anger and confrontation. So my question was, is it best to leave, run, hide, move on, avoid, or do I stay and create an island of serenity? And what I got was, in essence, my question is withdraw or stay and confront or face the challenge. And my answer, and I got a picture of the PA, was radiate comfort. Do not confront or return violence with violence, and encourage others to not respond violence with violence. Remember our peace prayer days? As with Solace, remember peace prayer, all those peace prayer days? Create an oasis of peace. Okay, my thing's bouncing around. Radiate comfort, do not confront or return violence with violence. Remember the lagoons of peace in our peace prayer days, and create an oasis of peace wherever you are, no matter what is happening.
Wow.
So I had the strong information and was listening that there's going to be no escape for me, for growing violence and unrest and rioting and that kind of thing. Chicago is pretty intense, what's been going on there. And people are getting in, and to see the positive part of it, that people are being forced to rise up and confront ICE and its brutality. And I've been really inspired by following what's happening in Chicago, because Blacks, whites, Hispanics are protesting ICE and blocking ICE teams from tearing fathers away from their children and mothers, and separating families, like putting kids in those tie chains, treating them like adult criminals. Just pretty horrifying. And so I'm thinking about the ways deepening my practice will help me to create these oases of peace. And it's interesting because the place that I'm living in is going to be closing down shortly. And I had the great blessing today. I was pretty worried about it because housing is really expensive here in Framingham. And I went to my social worker, and she's like, "Oh, I have the perfect place. We have this, I forget what it's called. It's called SMOC. And I forget what that stands. It's a social work agency." And they were like, we have a really great place. We have our own housing, and I'm going to put you in it. So it's kind of amazing how challenges really can be I'm not the message I'm getting is don't worry, you're covered. Just do your sadhana, get to solstices if possible, participate fully in soul answer and practice soul listening. So even though things are really scary, I'm not afraid. Many speak of courage. Speaking does not, what does that go? Many speak of courage, but speaking doesn't make it happen.
Speaking cannot give it.
We cannot give it. It's in the face of death that we must live it, and we can live it. So I'm just really happy to be here, and I'm trying to get used to this pacemaker, which sometimes it's been giving me stuff, and I'm very, very tired, but and forgetful. But I'm sure this will pass too. And my prayers are really there for the suffering and grief that you're enduring. I'm not even able to remember names. So I'm going to pass. Thanks.
Thank you, dear. Wonderful. Ah, look at this. This is Baba Siri Chand.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and Millis. Thank you so much.
Is that the handiwork of Japa Saraswati?
Yes, I didn't mean for it to go on right now. It
Oh, it's
was.
beautiful. It's just beautiful.
It
Yes,
is.
Beautiful. You're such an artist. Wow.
yeah.
Who would
Okay,
believe this macho dude would love pink?
wonderful. Okay, Japa Saraswati, are you the finest, the East?
Yeah, I'm the last one.
Okay,
Well, the first thing I want to share is I don't know if you all remember this was apparent. I looked at the date. It was in January 2022, and it was when I was living in Millis that especially when I would get stressed out or even all the time, like part of why I wanted to live at the ashram was because the statue of Baba in Altamont that was there, I would get such solace from sitting beside that statue that then I wanted to be in Millis to be near that statue. And I would go even in the middle of the night or even just sleep by the statue to go and sit there with Baba. And eventually, well, I wrote this all to you, but I want to read it again because
Yes,
it was
please. It's beautiful.
when I sit with Babaji, he opens his arms to give me a hug, and I climb into his lap for a moment, and it's like the Pieta, and I am as Jesus. Then Babaji turns into Jesus, and he's carrying me in his arms along the shore, like in the footprints story. He showed me Babaji, Jesus carrying each of us, and he said he is with us always and will carry us as long as we need, and that he loves us very much and we're precious. And then he reminded me of the story of Guru Arjan being tortured and burned. A miracle ascribed to Baba Siri Chand is that when Guru Arjan was being tortured, Baba lived nearby. Baba had his disciples pour water continuously on the tree in his yard, and reports say that the ground sizzled and boiled as though that's where the fire was. It's believed that Baba took all of the pain from Guru Arjan and put it on the tree and then transmuted the pain with water. Babaji says to give him all of our hurts and pains and that he will take them from us. He will help us to bear the burdens and that they will go up in steam just like the water poured on the roots of the tree.
Beautiful.
wow.
I remember it well. Thank you.
It was so important to me.
Hmm.
It still gives me a great deal of comfort. Like when I feel just really squeezed sometimes, I picture myself with Baba and I can use that visualization. And that heat that Guru Arjan is under is extreme tapas. It's extreme austerities, but tapas is the heat that burns off karma. So Guru Arjan, when his poor body was frying, the karmas were coming off of him through this austerity, through this discomfort. They were steaming up and leaving his body. And last night in yoga class, I went to hot yoga, but I was just really on last night in my practice. And I was burning hot, I guess you could say, and clean. And I came to child's pose, Balasana, and I brought my hands to the nape of my neck in prayer pose, which is sometimes called, I think, Guru Pranam, which I really like for a number of reasons. But I could feel on the back of my neck, on my back, I could feel this heat coming off of me. And I visualized Baba as I was in, Balasana, which I really think of as one of Baba's poses. And I could feel him comforting me and also, I want to say almost teasing the heat off of me. It was as though he was stoking the fire, the Agni within to help advance my spiritual journey, and also that he was there to comfort me and ease me in this this discomfort that I was in at that but I guess I'll say that. So my question for Baba was how to thrive in the times, and I got two really clear messages, and the first one was Suniye, because Aagia Pal's question was about how how to listen, and I was just immediately I just heard Suniye, and then Siri Gian, you said listen to Baba Siri Chand, and I just had this echo of Suniye Suniye, and so what I got was Suniye Dukkha Papakanas, which means listening, pain and sin are erased, um, which is just like perfect. And I just had that sort of ringing in my head. And what I got was sadhana to keep up. And this does not necessarily mean Aquarian sadhana, it means whatever kind of sadhana you're into, but your keeping my practice up so that my nadis are open, so that I can hear the messages, so that I can receive the messages, so that I am in that place of receptivity and openness, so that I'm not in these stuck places. Like there are places that I know I can get stuck in, and that being in a place of receptivity helps me to not get stuck. And then also, I loved what Sahaj said, because I felt it so much when you were talking about moving with intentionality and moving in slow motion, because I feel it so much that we've got this pressure, rush, 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 hurry, hurry, hurry. Time is money, move it faster, faster, faster. Relentless schedule. It's absolutely like, ugh. And but the message that I've been getting, like I was just telling Siri Gian before this that I'm doing this project to bring plumbing into my basement, and it's going really slowly. It's going really, really slowly. And it's funny because I've been only meditating about it for like 20 years. I've only been thinking about it. It feels like, oh, it should just go so fast. And it doesn't seem like, doing these little simple things should be going so slow, that it should be taking so long. But then I remind myself that I'm building roots, and that I'm building something that was never there. And the image that keeps coming to me is of the way that the caterpillars use maginal cells, which have basically infinite potential to grow into any different parts that they should need. And they're just magical it's this magical ability to transform and transmute and to happen. And I'm aware, I said to myself, oh, I've been imagining it with my maginal cells, and I'm using maginal cells to build pipes where there were no pipes before, to build, a pump and an apparatus to take the water out of the basement where there was never that before. And so, of course, it's going a little bit slowly. And I feel that it's healing something in my root chakra that I didn't know was off. I didn't know that it was not right, but it's been the same way in my basement for for my whole life, basically, that I didn't know that I needed um these new pipes. I didn't know that I needed this new pump. I wasn't even aware of it before. And now, of course, that the growth is slow growth. And that's been, I guess, part of my bigger message from Baba that I've been getting for like probably a couple of weeks or months or even years now, is that, like, I think it was at my birthday probably 3 years ago, and Baba said, oh, for Japa Saraswati, let's have a birthday message, because our birthdays are co-located. They're very near each other. And so my birthday message was that it was going to take a really long time. And then now that I have taken a big step away from the ashram, I'm realizing just how long it's going to be, and I feel that this is part of the time message. This is part of, like, with Guru Arjan. Siddhi Kadam told me this once, and maybe he said this to you, Sat Siddhi, but he said that when he moved to the ashram, he expected all of his problems to go away because he was living next to the guru. And boy, was he surprised when, a year later he still had problems. But what he realized, and he's so right about this, is that living next to the guru, it accelerates your karma. And I feel that it's this proximity to source that, like, when you run on the outside of the racetrack, it's going to take you a longer time to run the race than if you run on the inner ring of the racetrack. And that it's about being close to source. That's how our karma gets accelerated. And it's the same way that gyros work. Sorry to come back to gyroscopic precession, but it's all about the physics. So when we are close to the guru, when we're closer to source, it really does accelerate the karma. And that's what I feel was kind of happening with Guru Arjan here. And I feel grateful for the time that I was able to live next to the guru to accelerate my karma that way, to help me advance and burn off through the tapas. So ashram means, one of the meanings for the word ashram is also austerities. So an ashram in its ideal form is a place to practice austerities, usually for people who are trying to achieve something. A particular type of healing is one of the reasons why people are traditionally drawn to these places. So when we go to these places to do austerities, it does advance our karma because we're, like, burning these things off, just like Guru Arjan. And I guess I'm part of the message that I've been getting is about the times are going to be a time for austerity, and that it is going to be a time for burning off karma and accelerating the karmas of so many people on this planet. Yeah, and I guess that was my message, is about thriving through listening, through deep listening, and through sadhana, and through moving in slow motion, and through leaning into my resources like Baba Siri Chand, that I can, like, I think I told you guys this too, that, like, several years ago when I was doing the garden and I was really physically pushing myself hard. I was completely exhausted. And then I would walk up the stairs at the end of the day, and I was so tired. I felt like I could barely go up the stairs. I think I told you guys I had this boyfriend in Haiti who it was very, very hilly. And when I would be tired walking home at night, he would stand behind me and give a gentle little push on my low back. And he would call it power assist, and he would assist me up the hill. And I picture Baba Siri Chand behind me up the stairs, giving me power assist, pushing me up the stairs when I'm so tired at the end of the day. But it really helps. So I think that that's my message, is about how to thrive in the times through, using these resources, power assist.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Wow. So you all have really gone with Baba Siri Chand to see what is happening here, the times. You know that, but you feel that. And this is happening to helping for you and also for other people, because we are the lighthouse. It's it. And stay with heart breath and heart pumping, both.
Okay.
Okay. And you all said strong and slow. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So
Can we sing the tune-out song? May the long time sun shine upon you.
who is talking?
Sat City, could we sing the May the long time sun song to close?
Surely.
Do you want to do it, Sat City? Are you ready?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Be the lighting.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All around you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. And then deep breath.
So
God. Waheguru. Thank you. Oh,
God bless
thanks
you,
so much.
all of you, and keep up.
Keep up and you'll be kept up.
That's it. That's what we're doing. Okay.
Satnam, love you guys.
Love you all.
Love to all.
Uh,
Today, my
Love
thoughts
you.
and prayers.